From becoming Tubac's first female fire chief to assisting in the response to Tucson's January 8th mass shooting to helping launch Camp Fury, a local fire camp to encourage girls to break barriers and learn confidence. Chief Cheryl Horvath has had a wide-ranging career for the past 30 years. And now as she gets ready to retire, she's hoping her legacy can continue to inspire young women looking into the first responder field. Cheryl Horvath started her career in 1992. In a class surrounded with men, she was one of 4 women in her fire academy for Illinois Fire.
I had an academy instructor in 1992, right before graduation, say, "What do you want your legacy to be?" And I said, well, I obviously hadn't thought about it at the time. I was still worrying about tying knots and pulling hose loads, but I thought, well, you know what, I want to make a difference.
After moving to Tucson in 2007, she became a division chief at Northwest Fire, where she would later help with the response on January 8th, a mass shooting leaving 6 people dead and injuring 13 others, including then Congresswoman Gabrielle Giffords.
We had new medics that had responded on the scene. As a matter of fact, some of them helping Gabby Giffords out, and so they were shook up.
Reflecting back on that day, she says it hit her hard, not only personally, but professionally.
After the initial scene, making sure that we had a presence at all of the funerals. That was really, really important.
Chief Horvath would then continue on to climb more than ladders in her career as she broke major barriers as a female firefighter.
For over 30 years, I've always had to live up to a higher standard. I've always been evaluated and frankly judged differently than most of the people that I work with. And I don't carry that around like a bag of rocks. It's just become kind of part of my DNA.
Her first official fire chief job taking her to Mountain Vista Fire in 2016, ultimately becoming Tubac's first female fire chief in 2018. Although she says it wasn't without having to prove her worth.
You know, if we have chiefs committees and they're looking for a secretary, I'm not going to raise my hand to take minutes. That's not going to happen.
Leading a rural fire department didn't come without challenges, adjusting to fewer resources while serving a wide-ranging community in Santa Cruz County, which once had the highest COVID positivity rate in Arizona.
Had to lead a department through a pandemic. And I tell my firefighters that, don't underestimate what we just went through. Like, there's so much resiliency that we've learned about the department and ourselves as a result of this experience.
One of her proudest moments helping launch Camp Fury, a girls' camp helping to cancel out the divide when it comes to women in predominantly male-dominated trades.
We thought, you know what, let's just try a camp for girls and let's just see what happens. And so we ran the camp the first year. We had 14 girls. And this was an opportunity for us to try to feed more young ladies into the pipeline.
To date, more than 600 girls in southern Arizona have attended Camp Fury, and now Camp Fury is being emulated throughout the country. With only weeks away from retiring, she hopes her departure will inspire the next generation.
Whoever the next fire chief is, you're going to make mistakes, learn from it, grow from it, do it better next time. And I would say that to any other officer that works in the field of public safety.